Bowman here from BWOne.com with Thundery from Borderwork.com, and this is the Tech Shoutout. And in this episode, we're going to talk about technology in the classroom. The reason I want to talk about this, well, we want to talk about this is rather, at CES we saw two pretty cool things. As you've seen the videos that we have uploaded, we saw the Entourage Edge and the Samsung LCD whiteboard that's sort of a prototype right now, and how actually with the Samsung LCD whiteboard it can actually interact with an e-reader. And an e-reader such as the Entourage Edge. We didn't show the demo of those two working together, but the simple fact that they can interact with each other, where a teacher can send notes on that they've written and pictures that they have on the LCD, and send it down to either the computer, the e-reader, the netbook, whichever device is right there, to the student, and they can send stuff back, vice versa. It's just sort of a nice, amazing technology that I think we finally come to where technology in the classroom is going to really come full and abroad.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because you remember, I don't know how it was for you just in school, but I remember, you growing up, I had classes where, you had to go learn the computer, or you had to go learn how to program and do things like that. And that always seemed, as a student, it always seemed like, okay, why do I have to do this? Rather than being part of the process. I mean, you know how we've all watched movies in the future where kids all have either like a laptop or like a desk that had a computer and stuff, and teachers can interact, and we are at that point now with those kind of elements. You know, especially the fact that you looked at the Samsung whiteboard, you can see the videos, you see them on our pages, and the fact that it's easy enough for a teacher to explain something, write something, show something, and pick a student and send it to that student's either, like you said, laptop, netbook, or e-reader, or like even the Entourage itself, which you've seen the videos. That also takes a very different approach in viewing content, not just as an e-reader, but I remember a comment at one of my fellow subscribers had looked at it and said, you know what, I can see that in the classroom, because it takes away the loads of just carrying books. You now have a book that's literally this thin that folds up. And that has every single thing textbook you need.
I looked at that thing, and the first thing I said while he was demoing it was that basically this would be great for somebody that's a researcher. I mean, this is research digitally on the go whenever you need it.
Exactly.
And you can literally have your documents, your research notes right there on one side, on the e-reader side, and kind of make your notes and write on top of it, and then you can highlight something like, let me get some more information on this, and it sends it over to the Android tablet side, and then all of a sudden now you got links and stuff like that from the web that interconnect that what you just looked up, and then you can take those, put those together, and then you can send that probably to like an LCD whiteboard like the Samsung, and have all that information there.
Exactly. I mean, to me it's a great concept that it's not going to be in schools right away.
No, definitely not.
It's the price points and all that thing need to come down. But you think about the advantage of that, and the fact that, now let's look at the fact that, just for instance, the Entourage right now is going for $499. In, say, 2-3 years, that price point should be around $200. Just the original Entourage should be around $200. Now, for students in school, the investment for textbooks already, I remember when I was in college, I mean, buying a textbook, one textbook for my bio class was $200. So if you think about it, 2 or 3 years down the line, a student can afford to buy one Entourage e-reader. The textbooks, digital copies, again, should not cost anywhere close to that amount of money.
It shouldn't be any more than $20. If it's more than $20, it's a problem.
Shouldn't, especially down the line, should be nothing more than $20-$30 at most, with lab content included and stuff like that. Now think about it: $220 per textbook. You have, say, 5-6 courses, or say in a semester, 5 courses a semester. You spent an extra $100, right? And that's $300. That already brings the cost of education down.
Heavily down.
Yes, installing the whiteboards in classes may cost more, but you think about it, that is a higher cost short term for a long term goal. And it to me just does a lot as a whole.
You know what I think would make those very popular would be shows such as television shows such as CSI and was it Law and Order, all those shows. especially CSI, that uses all that unrealistic technology, CGI technology that your parents ask you about, and they're like, can we really do that? No, we can't really do that.
Hey, you might as well just use.
If you could use that practical effect within a TV show like that and actually interact that way, that's just gonna make it popular. That's gonna make it seen, known, popular. People are gonna ask about that.
Exactly.
And when somebody asks about it, say, yes, that does exist, and yes, we can put that in the classroom. And that's just gonna attract more attention to it, and it's gonna get it in the classroom a lot sooner because it needs to be in there now.
It does.
It needs to be there now, and obviously now isn't gonna happen, but the sooner the better.
Yeah, it definitely is true. I mean, I like the fact also that, I mean, in a sense, you know, the last election, you know, helped bring that whole whiteboard mentality. As you saw, CNN, Fox News all had the giant LCD screens where they could show you the map, expand and all that. You know, that in the classroom where, you know, we're in a digital age. And look, my little cousin is writing HTML code and she's only 12. Okay? Yeah. I didn't do that when I was 12. Yeah, I was watching Transformers, but still.
Power Rangers.
You know,
Power Rangers.
so the fact that you have that coming in now, and the fact that also for parents, you should be very happy because you have digital copies of what your kids are doing in school. You can access it constantly, you can monitor and watch their progress because the teacher can send that from school to you.
That's going to be a very big thing. I think that's going to help make this popular. Is that it not only it's not the first part of success is getting it into schools. Yeah. But the next part of it is getting everyone involved and using it, and that means that parents really need to get involved. Really need to understand that technology. There's that barrier between, you know, some parents just don't understand the technology, or just like they feel like, oh, I'm at the age where I don't really need to know that. In this modern era, that does not exist. There isn't no. Unless you're about 80 years old or something like that, there's almost no excuse that you shouldn't know technology.
But at least the good thing about it
have to be in that.
But at least the good thing about it is that the teacher can send the reports via email off the whiteboard. That's true. You know, so which everybody knows and knows how to handle email. At least majority of people. So at least that's the first breaking point.
Yeah, definitely that's the first breaking point. As you can see here, we definitely have a lot to talk about as far as technology education and CES, seeing the Entourage Edge, and just a group of e-readers and the Samsung Whiteboard, and seeing how these possibly can interact with each other and how it can definitely benefit the classroom is definitely something exciting to talk about, definitely something inspiring to see, and just hoping that we see that one day. And hoping, I wish I could be in that class with those things. That might make you go back to school, and by the time that comes in, I'm going to go get my master's degree because now I can interact with this in a whole different way. But obviously, we want to know what you think about that. So the easiest way to do that is post a text response, post a video response. Obviously, those are the two biggest things to do. Just letting us know what you think. So this is Bowman from BWOne.com, the Thundery from BorderWork.com, giving you our thoughts on technology and education in this day and age and seeing where it's going. Reminding you to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/BWOne.com, twitter.com/BorderWork.com. Also subscribe to our YouTube pages. All you have to do is also obviously just click the yellow button, subscribe up. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.
And always enjoy your entertainment.